Welcome back everyone, I'm Kestrel Games. This is the roguelike space adventure game FTL, and you join us at the end of Sector 4, which has not treated us very well. Sectors 3 and 4 haven't been very kind to us. Well, at least in terms of equipment. We only got a hull missile, we got that in Sector 3. Sector 4 we got Stelly the NG, but we did get like 400 odd scrap, so we've upgraded our ship a decent amount. We've got 3 layers of shield, 40% evasion, we can use enough weapons to fire 6 shots now and still have the defense drone 1 out. We're on the lookout for a store because I want to buy a teleporter and repair the hull. So let's get on to Sector 5 and see what happens in the Zoltan controlled sector. You arrive in Zoltan space. From what you've heard, they anticipated the coming war and have made preparations to defend their own borders. And we're in a nebula, so okay, this map is a lot nicer than Sector 4 was. Sector 4 was horrible. I want to get out of this nebula as soon as possible, so I think we'll go just directly east, and then this one, and then up, and then come down, and or will we? Will we go east, and then east? Yeah, we'll go east, and then up. And then looks like we can kind of come down here, and then go back up. Yeah, okay, this is going to be a nice sector. Famous last words. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for you. We can try and run away or have a fight. Let's have a fight. Okay, they have 2 defense drones, one of which is a Mark 1 and one of which is a Mark 2. The Mark 2 will try and shoot down our laser blast, but we fire 6 shots now, so that's good. Weapons wise, you've got a little laser which will spatter harmlessly off our 3 layers of shield, and a missile which will hopefully be intercepted by our defense drone Mark 1. First thing we want to smash is the drone control to turn off the defense drone Mark 2. Wait for all the weapons to charge. And 1, and 2, and 3. Boom. Well, our drone missed their missile, but their missile missed our ship. To prevent that from happening, let's smash the missile system. Hey, we managed to set fire to the drone control and it's exploded. That's good. Good, our drone actually hit their missile this time. And we've already beaten them up so much that they're offering us 2 missiles, 1 drone, and 25 scrap to leave them alone. No, I'm going to kill you. Now their weapons are completely offline, we're just going to shoot the shields next. 1, and 2, and 3. Dead. Very dead. And we get 3 fuel, 1 drone, and 48 scrap. Lovely. No store in sight. Oh, Asteroid Belt. Okay. We are greeted by a Zoltan guard. By attempting to access these closed mining fields, you are in violation of the Natural Minerals Protection Act. Your weaponry will be confiscated for processing. We don't have time for this. Okay. Again, they've got a Zoltan shield. We'll have to strip this off before we can do anything else. They have a missile, so the defense drone's going out. They have a bomb, which we don't know. And they have a Person Laser Mark II, which can and will strip off all 3 of our shields. Because remember, we'll be taking asteroid damage as well. These guys can most definitely hurt us. So obviously the first thing we have to do is wait for the weapons to charge up. And we just need to... Well, the asteroids are kind of stripping off the Zoltan shield for us, which is very nice of them. We need to get into the weapons. Oh, outstanding. Weapons completely offline. Next thing we're going to do is shields. 1, and 2, and 3. Boom, boom, boom. Oh dear. Oh, you guys are in trouble now. No shields, you're on fire. You're in an asteroid belt. And the asteroids finish them off. Outstanding. Right, we got 3 fuel, 1 drone, 55 scrap for winning that fight. Excellent. Here's a store. I'm not going to go to the store straight away. I'm going to do this ping, then that one, then the store. So we know there's a store 3 pings away. A rebel ship hails. We did not fight a war to let a single Federation ship shatter our dreams of a better galaxy. They lock weapons. Okay, defense drone 1 goes back out. Luckily we've still got 18 drones in cargo. We lose 1 every time we launch it, and we launch 1 every fight. They have a bomb. The only defense against that is evasion or us breaking the weapons. They do not have a med bay, but they do have a teleporter, and they're teleporting 2 humans on board. And being the idiots they are, they've teleported into an airlock. And because we have Pepperlook here, who's manning the blast doors, we now have level 3 doors, which are improved blast doors. It's going to take quite some time for these guys to get through this door. Right, what do we want to do? Weapons, obviously. You want to smash their weapons. And 3, and 1, and 2, and slightly afterwards, we're going to do 3. Okay, they've managed to break down the door, and they're now in med bay, so Mr. Mantis is going to go into med bay and fight them himself. Don't need to evade anymore because they don't have any weapons. Speaking of which, let me get the crew kill here. Let's see how many of our laser blasts land in here and damage these 2 idiots. Okay, these 2 guys teleported out. That's annoying. They're trying to run away. I don't think it's going to do any good. And they're offering us 2 missiles, 1 drone, 24 scrap to leave them alone. No! Ooh, we killed these 2 guys. You can go back to your station. We're going to win this fight, but we're not going to get the crew kill. It's unfortunate. If the Mantis had been able to kill these 2 guys before they teleported out, we would have got the crew kill. Just have to settle for killing them. Oh well. The ship explodes, leaving behind 2 fuel, 1 missile and 49 scrap. Nice. More money to spend at the store that we're going towards. You pick up the last broadcast from a rupturing Zoltan freighter. The Mantis, they're here, please. You're interrupted by fire off the port bow. And it's just fire, because they don't have a teleporter. Right, we're going to need evasion on maximum, because they have burst laser Mark 2 and a heavier laser, which is a total of 4 shots. I know 40% of the time they'll miss, but just in case all hit, they can hurt us. So we'll be going straight for the weapons. Luckily they have no missile and no teleporter. They don't even have a medbay. Damn, screwed up the activation of my guns. Doesn't really matter. They're on fire. That's a good thing. Weapons are just about to come back online. 1 and 2 and... Oh, we might get a crew kill here. We might get a crew kill. He's not going to be able to fix that in time. Burst laser Mark 2, go. Hey, you got the crew kill. And as I said, crew kills give you better rewards, and in this case we get a Zoltan. Now that the ship has been emptied of hostiles, you search it. Eventually you find a prisoner who offers to join your crew. We get 22 scrap and nick me the Zoltan. Interesting. Now, I don't usually like having Zoltans in piloting, even though Nimki is green piloting, because that would then let us have Aisha to join Pepperlook as like a spare crew member, and if we get a teleporter, they'll be for boarding actions. But I'd rather Nimki lived somewhere where we actually needed power, so like one of these active systems. Will you just hang out in oxygen? Maybe? And then we can remove a bar from oxygen. You just live there permanently. For the moment I can't think of anywhere else they would rather be. No, let's put them in shields. So they can help out if the shields get damaged or set on fire. They can help Stelly out. Not that Stelly needs help, they're an NG. 4 shots away from being maximum trained in shields. Yeah, I didn't want to leave them in oxygen, because if they ever have to leave the oxygen room, then the oxygen would depower and we'd all suffocate. Let's do that. Ooh, distress beacon on the way to the store. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. The satellite defense system has gone haywire and their repair crew can't approach without being fired upon. They're looking for your help to fix or disable it. We can help. Luckily, we have an NG. We can shoot down the defense system, which sometimes has a negative effect. Or we can use our NG to hack in and remotely repair their targeting system. So let's do that. Your crew is able to remotely fix the glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. The station gives you its thanks, along with a hefty reward of 2 missiles, 1 drone, and another 68 scrap, 439 scrap, and we're going to a store right now. Rub your hands, cross your fingers, close your eyes, and crew teleporter. Instant purchase. Mantis, another instant purchase. Let's fix up the ship just to about there. Anti-personnel drone, boarding drone, don't really care. Close that for now. Get 2 Mantis here. You can only have 8 crew members in total. We've got 7. That's our teleporter. Let's upgrade it to maximum straight away. Buy another 3 power bars to power it. There we go. Because you also want to have your medbay on. So now we can teleport on board enemy ships. Usually if it's level 1, it takes 20 seconds for this to cool down before you can retrieve your crew. That's rather too long. Level 3 is 10 seconds. That's much nicer. So we can now board ships, and with 2 Mantis punching people in the face, they will level up very quickly and we'll get more crew kills and more rewards and more scrap and more happy fun times. We've got 90 scrap. We could just buy another human, but I'm not going to buy another human. If there was a second Mantis, then yeah, buy a Mantis. And we could always get rid of Nick Me. If we find another 2 Mantis, we'll get rid of Nick Me. I don't mind losing 1 power bar for another 2 Mantis. 91 scrap. Anything we want to upgrade? Yes, I'm going to upgrade the weapons 1 more level. So if we need to, we can now do this, which is just sick. That's what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots. Ew. But good. Okay. Up, up, backwards, and then do as much of this as we can before the enemy fleet arrives. Happy days. Sector 5's been nice to us so far. You jump just in time to witness a Zoltan ship's FTL drive overload. In their final moments they implore you not to get involved, but it's too late. Their attacker is already upon you. Right, these guys have got a great big missile, but I'm not going to put out the defense drone until the missile is just about to fire. That's because they only have 2 crew. There's a slug and a human. They're not very good at close combat. I've got 2 Mantis. We're very good at close combat. The race now is to either kill the crew before their missile can fire, or smash their weapons before their missile can fire. A little bit of both, but we're going to have to put the defense drone out. It's annoying. You know what would have helped is if I actually shot my weapons at their weapons. I accidentally shot at their shields. That's okay. Our Mantis get close combat bonus for destroying systems as well. So if this guy's preoccupied with fixing his shields, I'll just run around and smash all the other systems. I don't care. More training for the boarding crew's good, because that means they get even more damage in close combat. Good. The Mantis have turned off the gun, and they've turned off the missile. Good. Good. Oh, this has just been experience a go-go for these guys. Because the enemy AI prioritizes shields over everything else. That's why he's stayed here and not tried to stop us from doing what we're doing. There we go. Now that the ship's been emptied of hostiles, you search it, and luckily we didn't buy that second human in the store because we just got another NG. Welcome aboard, Lauren. And these two got a ton of training in that. Pipalook is now 10% more crew damage. That's on top of the native Mantis 150%, so, you know, happy days. And Lauren can go and hang out in the doors room and provide extra strong doors permanently. Right, excellent. Next things we're going to do is just spend all of our scrap on power bars, just to max it out. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Let's explore it. We've done this one before. Hey, this time we didn't get damaged, but we got 6 fuel, which we didn't need, but you know, I'll take it. A message broadcast from a nearby planet announces the presence of an ancient Zoltan monastery available for visitors. Likely just a tourist trap, but still, it's too bad you don't have time to visit. Right, that's annoying. Nothing happened there. Like many areas of Zoltan space, the residents of this sector prepared well for galactic war. The military here seem to have given up reasoning with foreigners, preferring instead to attack on sight. Okay, they've got a big ion, it does 2 ion, but that cannot take down 3 layers of shield. They've got a hull beam, which will draw quite a long line, and do 1 damage to little rooms of systems, and 2 damage to rooms without systems. So if it hit here, it would do 6 damage, but they can't get through our shields, and they've got a bomb, which is an annoyance. So we'll max out the engine so the bomb will miss us 40% of the time. We're just going to use our lasers to knock down the Zoltan shield, because at the minute we can't teleport because of super shield. And as soon as that shield goes down, we'll just jump in with the Mantis and we'll kill these guys very quickly. And the bomb did land, but it landed in an empty room. Unfortunately, our Mantis are going to take a decent amount of damage when these guys die, because when they die they explode. Ow, like that. But we killed them really quickly because they've only got 70 health. With the crew dead, we got 6 fuel and 61 scrap. Lovely. You guys can go and get fixed. That's why you have to be careful about boarding Zoltan ships, especially the larger ones. I've got like 6 crew. If you just stay there, I mean, you can easily kill them because they die really easily, but their death explosion will kill your crew members. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll just do 3. I'm not going to risk it. Something strikes you odd about a moon in the distance. Let's check it out. It looks as if a team could break through the fragile layer of the moon's surface to a hidden caravan. Okay, we can attempt to detonate some explosives to break through the surface. Or explosives are too valuable to waste. You know what? We've got 33 missiles in stock. We'll just try it. A portion of the surface layer is destroyed, revealing miles of caves. You don't have time to fully explore them, but we find 61 scrap on the way out. Excellent. So, in effect, we sold 1 missile for 61 scrap. Outstanding. You arrive at the Zoltan research facility. We are going to decline this. If you participate, sometimes one of your crew members die. Most of the rest of the time, they just pay you. But I'm not going to risk any of my crew, so goodbye. Well, that's the end of Sector 5. Not bad. Right, we're at the long range sector. What happens? Okay. Aha, excellent. You come across an asteroid mining colony. They message you saying, "Greetings, our supplies of mining explosives have run out ever since the rebels blockaded the system. Do you happen to have any extra explosives?" We have 32 explosives and we don't use missiles. So they're asking for 5 missiles, but I'm going to give them 15 because they will give us a better reward. And they say, wow, this will help our efforts considerably. Let me see what we can scrounge up. So we sold 15 missiles and we got 30 scrap and 5 hull points repaired. That's why I didn't repair our hull all the way in the store, because you can find things like that. That'll do it for you. Good. Sector 5 was good. Okay, now what do we want to do? Ooh, more Zoltan. This will be the 3rd Zoltan sector, because that was Zoltan as well. Civilian sectors. Well, Zoltan and civilian, any green sector will have at least 3 stores in it. But I think we'll do civilian, so we've got a choice of another green or a red after it. Welcome to a new sector. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the pursuing rebels catch you. Okay, looks like quite a nice map, I want to say. Is it nice though? It's kind of split into up and down. Everything here is connected to each other. And all this is connected to each other. And both of them will give us an opportunity of slowing the fleet down just before we jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, we're going north. In fact, we're going to go to this ping, and then that, and then that, and then that to slow down the fleet. Then that, then that, then that. This, that. Slow down the fleet, escape. Sector 6 looks good. You detect a rebel automated scout ship nearby. It does not engage and seems to be patrolling around a long-range sensor station. Okay, sensor station is good. That reveals what is at each ping on the map if we can get into it safely. Now, we could attack it and have a fight and win the fight and then get the sensor information, but I can see on the model it's got 2 missiles, and unfortunately they're the same kind of missile, so they'll both spool up at the same time and both fire at the same time, and our drone will only intercept one of them. And I don't want to deal with that, so we're going to do the blue loot. We're going to have a look at the blue option, because we have a teleporter. We can beam directly into the station and avoid this thing entirely, so let's do that. Once on board, your crew is able to access and download the long-range scanner's archive. Your map has been updated. Outstanding. And here we are. We can see what everything is. So we want to go here, do the distress call. There's an asteroid belt there, there's a store there, there's a store there. Ion storm, sun, another store down here. Up for the distress call, I think. Soon after arriving in the system, you're hailed by a small cruiser. What good fortune we have happened to run into each other. Nothing personal, but you have some information we need. Okay, whoa, okay, they've instantly cloaked. They have a cloaking device, obviously. Weapons-wise, they have a heavy laser, which will do 1 point of damage, a little laser, which will do 1 point of damage, and the biggest beam laser in the game, a glaive beam. Now this does 3 points of damage to every room it hits, which will be reduced by 1 for each active layer of shield. So if they can take us down to 1 layer of shield with their guns, then this thing will still do 2 damage in a big long line. It can hit like 4 rooms, so they can most definitely damage us. We can't teleport on board because they're cloaked. We have to wait for the cloaking device to end. And you will notice that none of our weapons are actually spooling up, because cloaking devices halt our weapon spool up as well. Okay, they've decloaked. Pause again so we can identify the crew. Oh, bugger. They have 2 mantis and a rock and a human. Not good. Now, I am going to board them. I'm going to board them in their weapons room. We'll get a very short 2-on-1, 2 mantises versus 1 human, and one of these 2 mantises is going to come in here and fight our 2 mantises. Now luckily they don't have a medbay. You've got 10 seconds to kill these guys and then warp out. Mind you, 5 seconds now. No, it is 10 seconds. And hopefully that will happen before they cloak, because if they cloak again, we'll be stuck on board the ship. But luckily, they don't have a door control. They've only got orange doors, so that means the doors don't stop us being able to run around. So if we get stuck on board, I'll just kite the mantis around. In fact, they're going to have to leave the weapons room immediately, because I'm just about to fire on it. Hey, Stelly's maximum trained on shields. Our teleporter's ready. Our guys are coming back and they're getting healed. I did not want to get stuck. Oh good. Oh good. The idiots have put their 2 useless mantis on fixing the weapons, and their big beam laser's been turned off. Okay, they've cloaked again. Annoying. But as soon as they decloak, we're going to go back into the weapons room and kill these 2 mantis. Because they're half dead and we're not. We're going to get a crew kill here for sure. Good. James has just upgraded his close combat. That's the low health warning. You get that at 25% health remaining. And now it's just one rock versus 2 mantis. And that's the crew kill. We'll teleport into the shield room. An enemy prioritise borders anyway, but they prioritise them even more when they're in shield, so that big beam laser is no longer a concern. And that's the crew kill. Outstanding. There are no more life signs in the ship. We strip it of 2 fuel, 1 drone and 52 scrap. Retrieve the crew, heal them up, move on. Excellent. Distress call. You find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them, asking what's wrong. Help! We're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders. Absolutely not. We are not helping with this. There's a like 60 or 70% chance of you losing a crew member when you do this. Leave them alone. Goodbye. Sorry about your alien spiders, but no. Nebulas are known to be popular mantis hunting grounds. Information you would have done well to heed here. Okay, absolutely gigantic ship. They have a med bay. They have a teleporter. These doors opening and closing tells me that at least one person is on the way to the teleporter. They've got a laser which does 1, laser that does 1, laser that does 1. We've got 3 shields. They can't hurt us with the lasers. Great big missile. Need the defense drone to be out. We'll sacrifice engines to do that. Okay, they're on board my ship somewhere, but I can't tell where. They're here. Okay, they're gonna try and break into the Engie's room. They've broken into the Engie's room. Engie's gonna run into medbay. Mantis are gonna go and fight their half-dead Mantis. Weapons are ready. I'm gonna smash their teleporter. Hope that the drone hits that missile. It did. Teleporter's offline. They can't escape. They're going to die here. Good. That's 2 dead enemy crew. Next up, smash the medbay. Very smashed. As soon as the Mantis are ready, board their engine room. We'll see who else is in here. More Mantises, of course. Oh, great. Fully intact Mantises as well. Luckily, our guys have got... Oh, goddamn, they must have an Engie. Oh. That is annoying. The Engie fixing up the medbay too quickly. Damn it. Come on. Okay. I can jump into the medbay, which is on fire. But I don't mind fighting in fires for a little time. That's the win. That's the crew kill. Wow. I'm not quite sure how I pulled that off, but I did. Setting the medbay on fire. Completely accidental, but very welcome. Stop the Engie being able to fix it. With the crew dead, we got 6 fuel and 67 more scrap. Nice. Pepperluke is on 6. James is on 6. Right, both of them just need 2 more kills or 2 more levels of systems being destroyed to get maximum trained. There is a store here. Maybe we'll just hold off. I was going to do ship upgrades, but there's 2 stores. What we're going to do is this one, then slow the fleet down, go to this one, then that store, then this store, then that. That's not going to work, is it? This one, slow the fleet, this one, store, that one, slow the fleet out. Okay. Asteroid field. Let's do it anyway. A pirate ship was waiting inside the asteroid field. It immediately moves into attack. Okay, a Mantis and an Engie. Let's just jump into their engines. They do have a great big missile and a heavy laser Mark II. We should be immune to them. Hopefully win the fight before their missile spools up. If it doesn't, we'll just launch the... Nothing, I'm just going to smash their weapons with my own weapons. Missile's been turned off. We're going to win the fight. It's going to be close. But we won. And you got both the kills, so you're now maximum trained at punching people in the face. James now gets 20% more crew damage over and above the native 150% bonus that Mantis have. So that's excellent. An abandoned space station circles a lonely planet. A quick check yields schematics for a drone. So we get 29 scrap and a free defense drone Mark 1. Outstanding. You don't want to have them both in space because they'll both shoot at the same target. But it does mean that if our defense drone 1 gets destroyed by like an asteroid or a rogue laser blast, then we can instantly launch the other one. It'll do. Right, let's slow the fleet down and go to the store. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it's attempting to avoid your ship, you assume it's a smuggler trying to stay away from beacons. We can attack him, ignore the ship, or activate the advanced weapons. Activating the weapons just encourages them to pay you off. And they're offering us 2 fuel and 63 scrap. Or we can ignore the bribe and attack. Might as well attack because we can go for a crew kill. Maybe get a weapon or a Mantis crew member or something. Okay, what have they got? They got a little missile which will spool up quick, so we're going to need our defense drone out. This is a burst laser Mark 3. This does 5 shots, but it takes about 6 weeks to spool up, and a little laser that does 1. This ship's probably only got 2 crew, maybe 3. Let's see. They got a Mantis and what looks like a rock because it's taken forever to come down here. The Mantis is almost dead by the time the rock showed up. Let's smash their weapons before this thing does actually fire. Oh, bugger. Oh, no, we need to come out and heal up before we kill that Zoltan. Oh, almost bounced that up. Right, now they can go back on board. I do really want to knock off that laser. There it goes. That's the win. Ooh, with the crew dead, you search the ship. You find military-grade weaponry and take what looks most useful. We have a war crimes beam, a fire beam, and 66 more scrap. Okay, I have decisions to make weapons-wise. The war crimes beam draws a big long line in an enemy ship. It doesn't do any damage, but it starts fires on every square it touches. Not every room, like you wouldn't do one fire in this room. If you drew a line encompassing all 3 of these squares, it would, I think it's a 50-50 chance. So it could light up to 3 fires in that room. And of course it would extend into here and into here. War crimes beams are incredibly good. How much power does it need? It's only 2, isn't it? Oh. Okay. If we do that and that, then we can have the missile offline and the war crimes beam online. Use a burst laser Mark 2 to knock down the shields and then do a fire beam. Because, as we know, fires damage crew over time. And they damage systems over time as well. And the crew has to put the fire out before they can repair the system. The war crimes beams are just sick. And it also means we can launch a missile if we have to. Yes, we've lost 2 shots, so we're down to only 5 shots. But that's how we're going to go. Store this one, store that one, slow the fleet, get out. Right, let's see what's at this store. We have more crew. We can hire another Mantis if we get rid of someone. I'm not going to sell the basic lasers, I'm just going to keep them. But we are going to dismiss a crew member. Probably Lauren. Thank you for joining us, Lauren, but you can go now. Yes. Store, welcome aboard, Freddy, my boy. Right, who's maximum trained? James. So James can stay there. This is reward. And Frederick can join the boarding crew because Freddy needs to get trained up. Right, this one, store. That one, slow the fleet out. That was a good store. When you ask a nearby station for aid, a friendly programmer gives you the schematics for a drone. We get 34 scrap and a system repair drone. Wow, system repair drones are awesome. They're really annoying in enemy ships. Great to have on our own ship. And in fact, they're so great. I'm going to celebrate by spending all my scrap. So we can now have a system repair drone on board our ship, fixing stuff at the same time as we have a defense drone in space. Happy days. This one's store. You receive a message from a small refugee colony. Hail, we'd like to help you on your mission, but we don't have much to offer. If you have extra metals, perhaps we could work on your ship. And again, this is another cheap upgrade. And again, it's the sensors. God damn it, decline. I don't need level 3 sensors. Right, let's see what's at this store. A war crimes bomb and a burst laser 1 that does 2 shots. Oh. Ooh. And scrap recovery armor and automated reloader. Oh man, this is all good stuff. Okay, both the basic lasers are going away. I'm going to buy the burst laser Mark 1 because that means that we can have 8 shots again and have the fire beam. Not online at the same time, but we do have the option. And scrap recovery arm increases your scrap generation by 10%. If you can get this earlier in the game, it's better. Automated reloader is great, speeds up our weapons by 10%, so let's have that, and we'll hang on to the rest of the scrap. War crimes bombs are really good, but the beam's probably better. I'm going to hang on to the missile and the defense drone because they're good things to have. Yeah, that's good. So now if we need to, we can go back to 8 shots. 3, 4, 5, 7 shots. Or war crimes beam. Yeah, I like that. Let's do some ship upgrades. We did buy all the power bars, so I think I'm gonna do something insane which you can only do in easy mode, because very rarely will you have enough scrap spare to do that and get the 4th layer of shields. Maximum shields. Still got 2 spare power bars for defense drone. This one, and then slow down the fleet and then escape. You arrive at the beacon and find yourselves facing an auto scout at a sun. Okay, very fast firing missile. Ion that does 2, combat drone and beam drone. Luckily for us, right, fire beam's useless because the fires will just go out because it hasn't got any oxygen in it. Luckily for us, we have a fully upgraded teleporter, which gives us enough time to teleport on board. I've teleported into the wrong room. I wanted to teleport into the piloting, to smash the piloting, to reduce its evasion to 0. But I clicked on the wrong room because I'm an idiot. But we broke the weapons anyway. Next time we'll go for the piloting. Burst lasers Mark 1 and 2, and then a heavy laser a couple of seconds after. Boom boom. Here comes the sun. It's not alright, but turn off the med bay, turn on the system repair drone, vent the rooms into space, and the fires will go out nice and quick from a combination of the 2 factors. But that one's gone out already. The ship explodes, leaving behind some stuff. Didn't read what it was. The fires went out before the system repair drone could get there. I'm just going to depower it. It doesn't despawn. It just turns off. So next time we need the system repair drone, it will not cost us 1 drone. It will just cost us 1 power bar to turn this guy back on. Unfortunately, if any enemy crew board the ship and fight this thing, it can't fight back. It's only got 25 health, so it'll die almost immediately. Anyway, let's get out of here. Ion Storm. You find 2 heavily damaged ships floating nearby, the remains of a battle. You begin to harvest some useful debris when you hear the sounds of someone beaming aboard, followed by the shouts of a boarding party. So we scavenged 3 fuel, 1 missile and 50 scrap, and we've been boarded. 2 humans who are apparently taking on a fully trained mantis. Oh, 4 humans. Right, you guys can get vented into space. Like so. Now they're trying to break in here, but I'll vent that this way. Now they're trying to break into the room with the other mantis, which means I can close all these doors. Let you in. You can have a fight. Close these doors. This guy's trying to run out of this room for some reason because he's an absolute idiot. Right, where's Freddy? Freddy, get in there and help. Hey, Pipalook got the kill, and that put him up to maximum trained. Outstanding. Well, that went well. And we're done. Right, let's get out of here. We're at the long range beacon. Does anything else happen? No! Oh, it's annoying. Well, that's the end of this episode. That was outstanding. Lots of good stuff happened. We've got a system repair drone, war crime stream. We haven't used it yet, but I will. Got 3 mantises, fully upgraded shields, fully upgraded teleporter. Weapons are 1 away from being upgraded. Not that we're going to upgrade them because you can only have 8 maximum. We've got weapons for 9. Maybe if we found another burst laser 2 and maybe replace the heavy laser. Maybe. The only other thing let's just upgrade the engines. Another 1. Stick another power bar in there. Defense 45. 3 spare power bars. If it's a boarding action, we'll stick him in medbay. If we need to, we can have both the drones in space. So far, things are going great. Sectors 5 and 6 came in clutch after the disappointing Sectors 3 and 4. Come back next time and see how Sectors 7 and 8 treat us. Until then, do look after yourself, and I'll speak to you again very soon.